What it do? 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 We are signing in, y'all boys. Finally going live on y'all. So today I decided to go live with a couple of people and just go on different tips and tricks that I've learned on the drums. Um, Shout out to all the people who's been following me and supporting me the whole time. I definitely appreciate it. So here are a couple of tips that I did write down. As I said, these are things that damn near got me through the door and got me to my level of success. So for those who are trying to get better at drums, here are a couple of tips and tricks that I learned. One, let me write all the tips here. Stick, stick to a beat, right? So a lot of times when we hop on the drums, we just want to go, go, go. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially wanting to damn near play everything you hear. But I'm telling you, as a drummer, what will happen is you'll never successfully get a beat done. So what you want to do is literally for a month or 2 months, you want to just play the same exact beat because when you're playing the same exact beat over and over, after a while your mind gets more creative, right? But if you're consistently trying different beats or trying to play different beats, your mind will never get a chance to catch up and you'll constantly be trying to do different things. When in fact, when that's why they call it the pocket, when you get a good quality pocket, that's when you'll be able to get better with beats and that's when you'll be able to transform your beats, right? So that's real, real important, especially if you want the variety. Shit, anywhere it starts with a foundation first. McDonald's, right? If McDonald's was serving everything, fish sandwiches, ribs, Krabby Patties, lobster, shrimp, they wouldn't be what they are right now. So first, make sure you get a good quality foundation on what kind of drummer you do want to be, or you don't have to necessarily go into a category or niche yourself down, but you know what grooves do you naturally gravitate towards? Me personally, I can say all day that I don't like playing gospel, but I take off on any gospel song because it's a simple. Most gospel songs go like that. So with me doing that for years and years, of course, you tend to get more creative with the way you move with the gospel, right? So tip number two would be metronome practice. And all of these tips I'm putting in the comments too. And make sure you comment where you from, if you're signing in, if you stop by, make sure you comment, put, something dope for me. So tip number two, that is on the side, metronome practice. So metronome practice is very important in the aspect of um it's practice. Metronome is basically your timing. It's basically uh basically your time, and that I would say metronome is damn near your heartbeat. When you get a good quality timing going, like a good place to start. um a drummer told me a long time, I forgot his name, but he was like, he's a known drummer. He told me when it comes to metronome practice, you should practice at 95 BPM and go two lower, right? So you'll go the ding tick tick tick, and as time go on, is gonna get slower, which will then get you better with time. Believe it or not. So if anything, that's definitely one tip I would recommend. Definitely try 95 BPM and try that for like I say a month. And when I say 95 BPM, so that's like while it's playing, you're playing ting, 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 mm, 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 mm. You're just doing whatever you want to feel. And as I said, decrease it by 2 BPMs like every 2 weeks. And so that'll get you a lot better with timing. Tip number three, all right? Your it's not typing. My fault. Play to your favorite song. So tip number three would be to play to your favorite songs. A lot of times we can get caught up trying to learn drums that we kind of take the fun out of it. So any song that you love hearing or you get really excited about, you want to play to those because those are the ones you'll get more creative to. Those are the ones that'll bring out the different beast in you. You know, certain things will bring out a better you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you tap into, as I said, different songs, different your favorite songs. As I said, don't try to play drum songs. Like have fun with it. You know, you don't want to get caught up. You don't want to make it more businessy. You know. Tip number four: play for a church or school or program. Let me just play for a church, school, or program. Church, school, or program. So one thing I would definitely recommend is playing. I played for a church, right? Well, I actually played for like six different churches, I believe, five or six different churches in my life. Plan for churches, especially on Sundays, it'll be that consistency that you need. And so you're gonna have to have your dry spells and drums. You're gonna have to have your time where you're playing for somebody and their timing is off, or either they speed up the song or they drag the song. You need to have these different challenges or flexes in life. That way, um, you'll be able to adjust with anybody. What you don't want to do is be so good at your job that now when someone older lady or someone sings at a wedding or a funeral, you're not necessarily able to keep up with her or kind of feel her flow because you're so, you know. So you want to make sure that you start playing either for a church, I say school. You know, they always got like some kind of band programs or getting some kind of program to where you're playing consistently because consistently playing that ultimately will get you better whether you practice or not. Whether I practice during throughout the week, me playing every Sunday, I played on Sundays, Tuesdays for rehearsal, and then on Saturdays I usually play for a funeral. So that consistency will ultimately get you better. All right, five. So number five, I will put to watch drum vids. So when I say watch drum vids, watch like your favorite drummers. One of my favorite, I would have to say, is Tony Royster. Tony Royster Jr. is one of my favorite drummers. Um, all of this music I'm playing, also, so you know, is by my artist, Plain Jane, also my girl. Um, let y'all see. This how her stuff looks. If you have Apple or Spotify or any platform, just look up Plain Jane. Let me put it to the top. PLANEJAY. And all the beats you hear, all of those were done by your boy. I'm gonna run her stuff back. Oh, this my hardest beat. Um, so yeah, watch drum videos. I watch Tony Royster. Another. Oh, I see somebody in here. Go ahead, comment where you from. Um, I watch Tony Royster, I watch Dennis Chambers, and I watch a bunch of praise breaks. Because with you watching stuff like that, you'll never know what you can observe, what you can now apply to yourself. Um Me personally, all of it. Like all of it's just a way to take in. Now, what you don't want to do is get caught up in that. You don't want to keep watching videos. You want to actually apply the stuff that you watch. So if you see a certain riff or a certain feel or a certain groove that a drummer did that you really like, save that video and practice that groove. Of course, practice it slower until you can get to that speed that you heard him doing it. And 9 out of 10, what's gonna happen is basically what happened to me. Anytime I've tried to do something, my body won't necessarily respond to how they did it, and I find my own groove, and believe it or not, when it comes to drums or music, mistakes in music end up being beautiful every time. What's up? I got a couple people signed in. What's up? Comment where you from. Make sure you comment where you from. Um, there's another good tip. Tip number 6: when watching drums live, get as close as possible. I know this is a random tip, right? But whenever you go to a concert, a church, or anything of that nature, you want to make sure you can sit as close to the drummer as possible. Now, if you're at a concert or something, y'all have assigned seats, you know, be smart. But if it's like an event where you can move the seating and such, sit as close to the drummer as possible. That way you can hear all the ghost notes that they do. You can see what they're doing. You can observe all this stuff, and then you're able to apply it. That's very important. um Tip number 7. I'm gonna give y'all 7. I'm gonna give y'all 10 tips, and I'm gonna be out of here. Ty, this is a funny one. Practice with a, oof, I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Raggedy. I'm gonna put trash drum set. So this is a funny tip. Practice on a trash drum set. So growing up, I played for a lot. As I said, I played for 6 different churches, but whenever churches decide to commune with another church, you have to go to that other church and play. And so from my life experiences, none of those churches had good drums. Churches don't really invest in the music department. They probably will with the piano or speakers, but they don't when it comes to drums. So I've had to play on a lot of raggedy drums in my life. And so what I've learned is not a good thing to always play on good quality, crashing with everything perfect drum set when you may go to an event and that's not necessarily the case. You want to be able to adjust in any setting. And in my opinion, when you're able to kill a raggedy drum set, when you're able to like take off on a raggedy drum set, then when you do play on the full or good quality set that you do want to play on, that's when you're really going to take off. I'm not going to dig too much into that one, but that's a funny one I wanted to add. 15 minutes a day. So this one, for tip number 8, I put 15 minutes a day. Um, Literally 15 minutes a day. That's 5. That's 3 songs, 3 of your favorite songs, maybe 3 of your 5-minute songs. Come on, you do the math. 15 minutes a day. You need to be practicing metronome. You need to be doing something that has to do with the drums. There's a lot of distractions out here. A lot of us do work 9 to 5. However, that is no excuse not to go towards your dream. Go towards your dream and make sure you put in at least 15 minutes to maybe an hour every single day on your dream. You got to make sure you go in on that. All right. Tip number 9: know your reason. Right? This is very important, guys. So, know your reason why you're playing, right? I'm not trying to get deep with that. Like, you don't have to sit down and meditate on why you want to play the drums. But for me, only reason I play the drums is because every time I'm in a car, anytime I'm hearing a song, shoot, even when I was a kid, in the shower, I would be beating on the walls, and my mother got tired of it, so she decided to sign me up for drum lessons. I did drum lessons for 2 years, and that's it. So sometimes, don't get me wrong, lessons are good to get you started, but you don't want to do lessons too long. I'm not gonna lie. You probably want to do lessons 3 months, the most maybe a year, but you need to find your own voice, especially once you get that grounding of what drumming is. What's the point of lessons? Not gonna lie. But if you do need that extra push you feel, or you do want to get started, I'm your man. You can always hit me up, whether Instagram, anything. You can even check out my website, anthonywaters23.com. I have my email on there. I give out lessons, so let me know. Um, and number 10, drums is a heartbeat. So with this tip, Drums is a heartbeat. When I'm telling you that drums is a heartbeat, uh, just like the heart, your heart speeds up and it slows down. Whether you're excited, whether you're chilling, your heart does these things. So because of that, you being the drummer, you have to know that you are in control of all of these things. So because you're in control of all these things, you want to make sure that comment up. You want to make sure that sometimes the song requires you dragging a little bit, sometimes the song requires you to pick it up a little bit, but that's mostly on you. But you mainly want to dig into metronome training. Metronome training is very important because if you are going to be the heartbeat, you want to make sure that you stay on timing. You want to make sure that you have a universal timing. You want to make sure that whatever rhythm whatever rhythm everybody else in the band is on, you want to make sure you're on that. That way you can take over. Now, as I said, I was just going to be here on here for a few minutes, just go live just to talk to y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Make sure y'all comment any of the tips that you may think I missed. I'm going to make sure I go live, trying to do at least twice a week. Comment what times will be best for you all. That way you all could sign in. We could talk. I could live chat it up with somebody. I'm real big on engagement, especially with different subscribers, different fans. Make sure you check out my latest video. Literally, I just dropped today. I drop a video every day or every other day. So make sure you look out for different videos that I do have coming out. Guys, if you are signing into my live, I put all my tips all on the comments on the side. And again, make sure if I miss something, let me know next time. Till next time, guys, we out.